May I first take this opportunity to present my warmest congratulations to you, Mangala, for your achievements in completing 3 decades in the battlefield of Sri Lankan politics during one of the most challenging periods in the history of our country. I have been given the difficult task of condensing into a few minutes my near 3 decades long story with Mangala as political colleague and as a dear and close friend. I shall try. Mangala belongs to that rare breed of politician fast becoming extinct in Sri Lanka. A man with a vision for his country and not for his personal gain. A man with the skills to translate that vision into effective action, with a steadfast commitment to honesty in government and the courage to stand by his vision and principles when faced with even the most formidable challenges. I am not usually given to praising individuals, even if they are friends, in public. However, I believe it is important that we appreciate the goodness in our political leaders so that we learn to sift out the bad, an exercise that has become urgent in present-day Sri Lanka if we are to achieve the dream of a truly democratic, progressive and prosperous nation. Mangala and I have shared that dream and have fought many battles for it. We have disagreed, argued many a time, but through it all, shared a myriad moments of fun and laughter, laced with sincere affection. Sincerity and honesty have proved to be the bedrock of our friendship. Thank you, Mangala, for being my friend in good times and bad. As the youngest minister in my first cabinet of ministers, Mangala was called upon to bear the heavy responsibility of leading the transformation of the telecommunications sector in the country. We heard about it from Mangala himself and several others. The telecommunications sector, from a bankrupt and inefficient state-owned enterprise to a dynamic, high-performing and profitable public-private venture. The first, I think, in this country. For a century, the telecommunications department delivered 100,000 fixed telephone lines and a similar number, I believe, of mobile phones. In 5 years, we were able to increase fixed line telephones by 6 times and mobile phones by over 20 times. Then there was our peace process. At the time I assumed office as president, a civil war was raging in the north and east of the country. While engaged in successful military operations against the rebels, I realized that a durable peace would never be possible without constitutionally and politically guaranteeing the rights of the minority communities on one hand, and on the other, doing all that was required to create understanding and acceptance of each other's diversity within our multi-ethnic, multi-religious society. We undertook many programs for the first time in Sri Lanka with the objective of achieving a durable peace. I had an opinion poll conducted amongst the entire Sinhala community on their views about a negotiated settlement to the conflict. This was around 1994. Only 23% of the people agreed to a peaceful settlement. However, due to my constant and long work with the people at grassroots level, I was aware that the majority of the Sinhala people did not hold extremist views. The problem was that political leaders had not dared to speak of the necessity of building an inclusive society in which it was safe to be different, a society in which the richness of diversity would be appreciated and celebrated rather than rejected. Therefore, I created the Sudunelum movement to carry out extensive dialogue and awareness campaigns in the entire country about the necessity of building a lasting peace. It was not difficult to find the correct person to lead that program from amongst my younger parliamentarians. The program was handed over to Mangala and a group of about 20 MPs. They carried out an excellent program. 2 years after the first opinion survey, a second one conducted demonstrated that the 23% among the Sinhala people had increased to over 68%, a staggering figure, stating that they would vote for a new constitution that would guarantee all the rights of the minority communities, as well as the unconditional abolition of the executive presidency, which was proposed in my constitutional draft. The subsequent fate of this great project will one day be recorded as one of the most tragic chapters of our history. I shall pass there. The Sudunelung program would not have been successful if not for the courage Mangala and his team showed in leading it in the face of much personal abuse and obstacles, sometimes even from within the ranks of our government. It should be a matter of pride for Mangala that he has remained unshakably faithful to our principles, to our dream about the resolution of the national question of Sri Lanka, whilst many other pandits have fallen by the wayside. Yes, Mangala has dared to dream. He also dared to fight for that dream. Mangala's courage to stand up for his beliefs is aptly demonstrated in the most touching yet unusual design of his invitation card for today's event. His undying love for his mother is stated there without any embarrassment. Someone once said that politicians who have artistic leanings would rarely indulge in violence or condone violence or the abuse of human freedoms. In this context, I must mention that Mangala is a graduate in design, having graduated from the renowned University of Central St. Martin's in London. This may be a major reason that explains Mangala's deep commitment to human freedoms and democracy. I can go on for much longer, talking about the diverse roles Mangala has played in several governments with much commitment and success. Time is running out, and I must end my narrative for the moment. Honorable Minister, my dear friend Mangala, may I wish that you be blessed with good health, long life, and happiness, and success in your great endeavors. Thank you.